Good evening, everyone. My name is Hui Hui. Today I'm going to introduce you an approach which is called community language learning. So before I start, I would like to overview the things I'm going to talk about. First, I will talk about the background of the approach, and then is the theory of language and the theory of learning, and then I'll talk a bit about the design of the approach, and finally I will talk about the procedure. About the background, CLL, which is Community Language Learning, is the name of a method developed by Charles A. Curran and his associates. Curran was a specialist in counseling and a professor of psychology. CLL represents the use of counseling learning theory to teach language. What is counseling? Counseling is that one person is giving advice, assistance, and support to another person who has a problem or is in some ways in need. CLL draws on the counseling metaphor or redefine the roles of the teacher, which becomes the counselor, and the learners, which become the clients in the language classroom. Within the language teaching tradition, CLL is sometimes cited as an example of humanistic approach. Humanist approach, which is also called humanistic techniques, engages the whole person. What is humanistic techniques? They are blending what the student feels, thinking, and knows with what he is learning in the target language. Sorry, here's a mistake. And then what is whole person? Whole person includes the emotions and feelings as well as linguistic knowledge and the behavioral skills. And then I'm going to talk about the theory of language. Current student, who is called Laforge, seems to accept that language theory must start through, not end with criteria for sound features, the sentence, and abstract models of language. The foreign learners' tasks are to apprehend the sound system, assign fundamental meanings, and to construct a basic grammar of the foreign language. For the theory of learning, CLL advocates a holistic approach to language learning, since true human learning is both cognitive and affective. This is termed whole person learning. Such learning tasks takes place in a communicative situation where teachers and learners are involved in an interaction. The objective of CLL is that the teacher can successfully transfer his or her knowledge and proficiency in the target language to the learners, which implies that attaining near native mastery of the target language is set as a goal. So a goal is an objective. For the syllabus of CLL does not use a conventional language syllabus, which sets out in advance the grammar, vocabulary, and other language items to be taught and the order in which they will be covered. The course progression is topic-based, with learners nominating things they wish to talk about and message they wish to communicate to other learners. There are some types of learning and teaching activities such as translation, group work, recording, transcription, analysis, reflection, and observation, learning, and free conversation. I will not talk about them in details here. And then for learners' role in CLL is that learners become members of community because they're in counseling. They follow learners and the teacher and learn through interacting within the community. Learners are expected to listen attentively to the learner, to freely provide meaning they wish to express, to repeat target utterance without hesitation, to support fellow members of the community, to report deep inner feelings and frustration as well as joy and pleasure, and to become counselors of other learners. Teachers' roles are simple. They are acting as counselors, respond calmly and non-judgmentally. They are in a supportive manner, and they help the client try to understand his or her problems. So there are some rules of